All right. Welcome in, everybody. It is Tuesday, so you know that means Daily Bread comes at you live, bright and early. It's an 8 a.m. stream since we got the World Cup, college hoops, and the NBA all tonight, except for the World Cup game. But we're coming at you live, bright and early. Hopefully, we get some line movement in our favor, and it's all powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be hopping into their DMs for a weekend, week, or month. We're live on Twitter. Hit the link up in the title if you want to be featured in today's show. YouTube's the number one spot to be. We got the top subs up there, so we appreciate all of them tapping in and day out with us. Last night, Monday Night Football, I guess we didn't hype it up enough, Sosa, because it ended up just being a chaotic mess. So you could say it was more interesting than we expected. But the quarterback play was not what we needed.
Oh man, I mean, first off, you pick Kyle Murray to get an interception, and he blows his knee out in the first drive. That's not that's not good for anyone. I hope he's okay. They're already reporting that it looks serious. It looks like it's a serious knee injury. I feel very bad. I never want to see anybody get hurt. I know you guys. I know everyone knows I'm a 49er fan. Not a big fan of Arizona, but again, it's just a very unfortunate situation, man. Very unfortunate. Feel so bad for the guy. It's just one of those situations, man. Bad football game. Patriots defense, the only unit that actually showed up to play last night. I mean, but that was kind of expected. Colt McCoy gave us a pick, but it was also like injury getting last night, man. Like it was left and right, bodies just dropping, people just getting hurt. Just all in all, it's like not a very entertaining game. You're just thankful that you got out of there healthy if you did, you know.
Isn't that where the Super Bowl is? So that's a good signs of things to see if it's the field or if it was just
It's
injury and wear down at that point.
it's funny, but it's not right because like everybody makes a big deal about these turf fields. They're playing on regular grass last night, and Kyler Murray non-contact knee just gone. So the game is the game, man. This is just how it goes, and it's sad, and like I said, you just got to hope that he gets back and he gets back to 100% and can get healthy again because that was just a very sad, disappointing situation to say the least.
Yes, sir. So we're coming at you bright and early live. So if you're not catching us now and you're running it back, you got plenty of time since the first play doesn't kick off till 2. But we got plenty of to talk about. Last night in the NBA, I guess the Clippers just smashing the Celtics was really one of the big things.
Kawhi Leonard finally having a Kawhi Leonard esque game kind of took us back to a couple years back when he was healthy. Again, another guy. I'm happy for him that he's healthy. You know, a lot of casual basketball fans have been getting on him, comparing him to Anthony Davis, like Anthony Davis has ever won any fucking thing as the main guy. Um, Kawhi can take his time, do whatever the fuck he wants. He understands the task at hand. He understands that at the end of the day, he's playing for one thing and one thing only, that trophy. He doesn't care about these regular season games, and he shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe he should. I think that when you understand the formula and what it takes to get to the mountaintop, putting a heavy onus on a regular season game or regular season games is kind of stupid. As long as you're healthy and playing your best ball when your team needs you to, when the chips are all on the table, I'm fine with that. The idea that Kawhi Leonard almost fans something when he's not even a very like demonstrative individual is kind of stupid to me. I mean, the guy's a super calm individual. He understands like we want to win, and that's what we're going to do. So, shout out to the Clippers. Very disappointed in the Minnesota Timberwolves. My God, you get a game in the same gym off rest, and you just let Damian Lillard just get the flamethrower and beat the shit out of you. 11 threes, 8 in the first half, just couldn't miss. And also, it's not just that he couldn't miss; it's the fact that the effort. I feel like the effort we got from the Timberwolves was pretty pedestrian. I'm not particularly. I'm not particularly impressed. I think it was a pretty bad, like a very, very bad performance by the Minnesota Timberwolves to get the break speed off them the way they did. They kept it close within 11 at halftime, and then in the second half, they just immediately imploded. It was bad, very bad. So,
Other than that, we got new money to be made today. Arizona State ends up pulling off the outright upset. Creighton keeps going in the wrong direction. But let's get to the World Cup match because Croatia has fought their way here, not in the most beautiful fashion whatsoever. Are they gonna keep making some noise, Sosa, and go back-to-back finals, or does Messi finally get a shot?
Me being the ignorant asshole that I am, I really want Messi to lose. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, everything in my being is just focused on watching Messi lose and hoping that he loses, because that's just how I am. I'm a non-remorseful asshole, and I don't believe that he's the greatest player of all time. However, his team has helped him more than any other of those other guys. His team has really helped him. I mean, you had Ronaldo get sent home by Morocco, first African semifinalist in the history of the tournament, I believe, right? Ever. Just, yeah, I'm a hater. I'm going to embrace my hater. I'm going to embrace being a hater. I'm going to be Silky Johnson. I want Croatia to win. We're going to go to the first half draw, though, -110. Croatia, obviously, very defensive. They're very tough in the midfield. Luka Modric is the ageless wonder at this point, right? 37 years old, still competing 90 minutes plus every single game. He's just a wizard, right? He's like your man. What's my man who coaches now? He reminds me of Pirlo. Maybe not as pretty as maybe his game's not as pretty as Pirlo's, but you talk about an old man warrior, man. He's that guy, undeniable. First half draw for Croatia. Also, shout out to Sam, man. Sam Comer. He's been killing the World Cup knockout stage. He was in the comments. He really he had the Croatia to win on penalty kicks plus 2,500 or something like that the other day. That was pretty insane.
How have they advanced in the knockout stage the last 4 matches? Penalty kicks
and
in extra time.
And they understand it. They got to a final like that, didn't they?
Yep.
They got to a final. They just couldn't bring it home against they just ran into a more talented team. That France team was just super talented. Let's be honest, we could be looking at the same thing over again, right? It's definitely a distinct possibility that could happen again. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Argentina is sitting on the money line at -125, -200 to advance. Their team total is the fishy one. It's a goal and a half at +110, and then Croatia's, are they even going to score, is a juiced -135. You get the total sitting at a 2. They're really expecting a cagey match here, so that plays completely into Croatia's favor.
Absolutely. I also like the correct score of 1-1 plus 550. Definitely worth the sprinkle. Would not be surprised if both teams score and neither team get a result, right? Would not be surprised if it's 1-1. We get the penalty kicks and something along those lines. But yeah, 1-1 exact score plus 550. I like that. And like I said, first half draw at -110 is about as safe a bet as we're going to get, barring, one moment of magic from Messi.
This is the one that seems that Messi would make it to. Of all the potential World Cups, it definitely seems like it would be this one that makes it to the finals. That's the only thing that's keeping me back from locking in a Croatia bet, because I also don't think Argentina at -125 on the money line isn't that great a value or any value. So that's where I think you got to look to have them advance live or look later once we get towards the end of the match here.
Absolutely. Lionel Messi has been employed by Saudi billionaires for 20 years.
That's what I'm saying. It seems like this might be the one that he could get to the finals in.
Just want to throw that out there, in case anybody was wondering.
What's his anytime goal scorer number?
Plus 145. I mean, it holds value for sure.
It's a lunch bet.
Yeah, but it's also telling you, that they expect this to be like the zeros. They don't expect very much more.
And, it's the best part of this match. If you get a yellow, it doesn't matter. They reset for the finals. So expect Croatia to be a little
Extra aggressive. Mm-hmm. That level of fuck them
I don't know.
up.
It depends with the ref, though. The last ref really showed that you could almost do anything, and you really have to do a lot to get a second yellow or a red. You could get one on a quicker leash today, and if you get that early yellow, it completely changes the game. So I'm not saying Croatia's going to play like idiots the whole match, but
Didn't he get dismissed after that match?
probably.
Yeah, I think he's not allowed to ref any more games in the World Cup. Pretty crazy situation there. But hopefully, it's a fun game. I think there's going to be a little more excitement tomorrow because I think that we finally run it that Morocco will finally run into a buzzsaw that is France. I said at the beginning of the tournament that I thought France was going to win it again.
I said Brazil, so
Yeah, I said I liked France from the jump. All that European this, European that. They got the best player in the world. The team is stacked. When you got your center back scoring goals, like what are we doing here?
when it's Argentina versus Morocco, you can talk to me on Thursday, Sosa.
Okay. I like how you did that. That was good.
College hoops. We'll get through this slate real quickly here today. We'll start it off with the big matchup with Alabama versus Memphis. Maybe the only game worth watching tonight here. Let me pull up the line so I get them fresh. I believe it's still sitting at a 6-point spread. But between the hours of 8 to 10 a.m., this is when the college lines get on the move. So we got a 5.5 and a total of 151 here. And I really, really like the under here. So I don't think I want to play it because both of these defenses have shown they're of probably top 25 to top 35 caliber, while these offenses have gone on cold slumps. Alabama just off a big win. I think this is a potential letdown spot here. So this is why I'm liking the under. What do you like here?
I like whatever you like because I did not cap the game.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those matchups where when you go to any of your great analytical sites, everything's just looking green, especially just from the Alabama side. And it's kind of how many consistent games can these freshmen line up back to back to back? I mean, it's the easy narrative that you can say about a team that's young, but they've been defending the 2 and the 3 with incredible pace. They just completely keep turning the ball over. And that's something against Memphis, who I don't think is going to want to run with Bama as much as they usually want to. So we could see a different style of Memphis. And that's why I'm leaning the under. And I'll take the under 151 at minus 110 here because I believe both of these defenses will just stalwart the offenses. Memphis is just going to try to get everything on the inside, and that could end up being an issue.
Absolutely.
And Memphis just doesn't shoot threes this year. They're one of the lowest attempts for a team this season in college so far. Something just to look out for.
Don't worry.
Usually better for overs, but when we get two-point defenses that are great, they clean the glass very well. Total of 151. Give it to me.
Them guards are coming. Those guards are coming. Don't even worry about it. Lomax, I promise you, Memphis fans, you're not going to have to worry about watching Lomax much longer. I promise you. Help is on the way. Help is on the way.
One thing we got to look out for? I don't think Duren goes back and plays the Grizz this season, but when he played in Memphis, I think he had his career game.
He finally got a start the other night. About time Detroit started playing him. Also, wow, Cade Cunningham season over. Not to get in. I know we're in college ball, but I've never in my life heard anybody getting fucking shin surgery ever. I've never heard that in my life. That took me for a loop when I read that. I'm like, shin surgery? Like how? Have you ever heard of someone getting shin surgery?
Your shin splints get that bad, I guess?
The shin surgery? What the fuck? But go ahead, man. What's the next play?
One of the next plays here, I don't want to take the over in this spot since the over 154.5 in the Furman NC State game seems like it should be free money just because Furman hasn't played the toughest schedule so far, and they have the 337th ranked 2-point defense out of 362 teams. And with the size that NC State has, 3 guys in the rotation, none of them dead eyes from the post, but this is a game where Furman has just completely relied on their offense to keep them within it. They've kept every number within 7 so far, even though they do have 3 losses. All came within 5 points or less. That +7 for the Dins is calling my name, but I have to stay away because I cannot trust their defense so far this season, and I'm not laying a 7 with NC State here. But that's the other game of the big day. Tar Heels going to smack the Citadel.
Starting backcourt shooting 23% from 3. Don't talk to me till fucking February.
But it's your team, the Citadel. You were nailing them early this season.
I know, but like I said, for the Tar Heels, the backcourt is shooting 23% from 3 combined. I'm not taking them to beat the shit out of anyone. If they keep shooting like that, every game's going to be a dogfight, no matter who's on the docket, my boy. Like, we just cannot drop shots. It's going to come. But right now, it ain't coming. It ain't happening. I mean, we beat Georgia Tech. We finally beat a team that we were supposed to beat and handle them correctly. However, nothing that I've seen thus far gives me confidence in the backcourt yet. RJ and Caleb have not played well yet. They will, but for me, I can't bet them. That 35.5 is the spread. Fucking touching that. No way.
Last game we got up on the slate today. You can go 2 different ways on this one. UMBC's team total. Some books don't have it out yet because how early it is. That's University of Maryland, Baltimore County, if anyone doesn't know. They're going against Loyola Maryland. I'm laying the -4, -110. I don't think the books or anyone who caps college basketball has adjusted to how bad Loyola Maryland's essentially going to be this season. They might have the bottom 10 defense bottom 10 offense while having a bottom 50 defense. I think UMBC, who is just taking the ability to beat the piss out of teams, to put it lightly, who are much weaker than them. I see them putting up a huge number today. Give me UMBC -4, -110. You can double up with the team total, but I'll just keep it with that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Loyola Maryland, I don't want to trash them anymore, but they're bottom.
You had nothing good to say about them, so
it's a Patriot. It happens.
It's cool, apparently. I don't know. On to the NBA, and I got 3 plays. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. The NBA's been wonky. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Loudpacks. He said, just fuck him. We're not even betting the NBA anymore. He's not betting the NBA. I don't blame him. Not going to blame him. But what I am going to do is I am going to run right back with the Boston Celtics against the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. I'm putting my clown mask on a back-to-back against the Los Angeles Laker team. Back-to-back L's. If you go L3 against the Lakers, I'm going to have to start looking at you a type of way. I don't believe that the Lakers can keep pace with them for 48 minutes. I do expect Anthony Davis to have a great game. The front line for Boston has been anything but impressive. I do think that Tatum and those other guys should be able to give LeBron some issues defensively, not stop him, but at least contain him and limit those drives to the rim. If LeBron's going to beat you hitting the jump shots or hitting threes, then by all means, more power to him. I think he can. But for me, I personally, again, I am on the Boston Celtics -3.5. We're running it right the fuck back. If you're scared, go to church. It's Tuesday. You might find like a nice little Bible study to run up on, but that's it.
When they play them back-to-backs, they're 4-1 ATS. The over is 3-1-1. I guess the push it does it that way, but look for them to get back. But after they play 3 consecutive road games, they're 1-3 ATS. So they haven't liked those road stretches so far in the early season.
Yes, sir. And just like and another team that we were high on last year that nobody seemed to be high on, you know where I'm going with this. You know the team that we adopted as fans last year, and they're doing the motherfucking thing. It's the New Orleans Pelicans, currently on a 7-game win streak, going into Utah tonight. Utah's played relatively well. They've competed very well. I have to give their first-year head coach and youngest coach in the NBA a lot of credit. He's put them in great situations to be successful. He doesn't ask these guys to do anything they can't do. I'm still waiting to see when they're going to embrace the tank. The reason why they haven't had to is because I believe 2nd and 11th in the Western Conference is separated by 2.5 games. So a 5-game losing streak will put you dead in the middle of the lottery, unless you're San Antonio or San Antonio, Houston, and I forget the other team. San Antonio.
Magic.
And I believe it might be the Thunder, right? Because I think the bottom three are is Houston, San Antonio, OKC, right? Houston and San Antonio dead in the water. Houston 10 back, San Antonio 9.5, Oklahoma City 7.5, right? But from 1 to 10 is only separated by 4.5 games. So again, a 3-game losing streak either way, and Utah's right at the bottom, right in the mix for the lottery. So anybody like that is still teetering on whether Utah will not make the playoffs. They will hang around a lot longer than I expected, though. They'll hang around in the mix a little bit longer. So tonight it's Pelicans -2.5. Well, I have -2 now. -2 against the Jazz. I think this line is basically based on maybe somebody not playing. Zion Williamson has been an absolute unstoppable force, something that we kind of foresee when he was entering the league. He looked great his rookie year. He's right back to that guy. He's healthy. He's doing shit out of his character. Windmill 360s with no time left in basketball games. Give me the Pelicans to keep it rolling here against a Utah Jazz team. I know the Jazz have competed very well at home, but tonight I'm going with the Pelicans. And my final NBA.
One last thing for that game. When the Pels are avenging a loss against a team this season, they're 8-2 straight up. So you can maybe just bite a little bit of the juice as well if you want to just take the money line, but the -2 is just as good.
Absolutely. Appreciate that. And then my NBA prop of the day, shout out to my boy Wham, because me and him last year, we had a couple where it was a Darius Garland double and just little we had spots and moments where we knew like this guy would do this and we would get colossal plus odds. The guy we're on tonight is Jabari Smith, 3+ threes, +180. He's hit the number in 8 of 10. He's finally found his way, coming off his worst shooting performance of his rookie year, went 0-9 in his last game. Jabari Smith bounces back, 3+ threes, +180. If you want to play the 2.5 or the 1.5 that they have him listed at, it's extremely juiced. I think it's like close to like +1 or -180. Jabari Smith, 3+ threes, +180. Again, hit the number in 8 of 10. I'll take those odds. He's figured out his way with 2 guards that dominate the ball. He's finding his spots, and his confidence seems to be growing. Obviously, we expect that. Last year, it took Jalen Green about 40 games to get right. Jabari Smith finding his way again with 2 guards that seem to dominate the ball at a very high level. 3+ threes tonight. That's my final play of the night. I love Jabari Smith in this spot. And I would say the Sixers by 100, but that would make me a jerk. I do like this. I do like Joel to continue dominating, coming off a 50-point game. The front line has really nothing for him from Sacramento. James Harden, again, when he's in the lineup, seems like he's starting to hit his stride as far as a distributor, back-to-back games, double-doubles. Yeah, he's looking really, really good. I think he's had a double-double in every game since he's come back, 3 straight. I look for that trend to continue. Sacramento doesn't play a very high level of defense. They let the other team score. And again, Joel should have his way. He's always had his way with Sabonis. There really isn't any bigs offering any resistance to Joel, man. Let's be honest. MVP to me, but I mean,
it depends if Arthur's in the house or not. Because when Arthur's in the house, he gets 50+.
Oh man, his youngin', man, he got a cute kid. Shout out to him.
So my NBA lean of the day, since the over hit in the Hawks and the Grizz yesterday, we like the over, and we're leaning the over 225.5 in the Houston and the Suns game. Both of them, time they matched up this season, it's cleared that number with ease, and maybe Houston beats the Suns back-to-back times, or in back-to-back games in recent stretch. Coming off the win against Milwaukee, are they going to start stacking some wins against the top teams?
I'd be very surprised. They're off at L2 where they lost both games in New Orleans. I think if anything, it's a bounce back spot for the Suns.
Dropped 4 straight, not even just 2.
But the way they lost the 2 straight against New Orleans was insane. Like they lost both of them down the stretch.
They got embarrassed.
And the second one, they went to overtime with no Booker. So I guess that's like the fake silver lining, right? Like we took them to overtime without our best player playing. Whatever the fuck. Again, not hey, see. But you're probably one of those guys that'll tell me that Luka's the MVP when his team's 500 too. Is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike? Or is it, you know what? I ain't gonna even say the next line. But I listen, as far as my team, like again, the performance, you got to keep performing. But again, he's Joel's throwing his name in the MVP race. The MVP race is also like the most fluid argument all year. It changes week to week based on performance, right? So you could say Zion's in the mix. They've won 7 straight. They've been balling since he came back. He's averaging what? He was player of the week last week. Zion and Joel were both each conference player of the week. But again,
I think we have almost every NHL team in action. I know it's not every. I think there's 14 games, so I think we're missing 2 teams in action tonight. What's Sosa's hockey play of the night? And if Sam's still in the chat, maybe he's got one, or if anyone else got some hockey plays in the chat, it's how we'll wrap up the episode so we can make it a perfect half hour.
I got the play. Tampa Bay Lightning puck line plus 130 against the Seattle Kraken at home. Seattle, second year in the league, no real expectations. Still about a year or so until they start showing some level of progress. Give me the Tampa Bay Lightning, who have the 3rd shortest odds to win the championship this year. Still don't know how the fuck that is even the case. I don't know why they aren't second. The only team that should be ahead of them is the Colorado Avalanche. Still trying to figure out how they aren't the favorite to win it all, even though they've been in the finals 3 consecutive years, and we're very close to handling business last year. Just confusing to me, and also funny to you, boy. Like they really fucking with Colorado like that. I do have faith, but again, we're not going to talk about them until February. Again, I stress to North Carolina fans, we were not fucking good until February last year. We fucking sucked. We were below 500 into the new year. There should be no surprise here. We were not that good to start the year. And in the years we won the championship, we do the same shit. We fuck up here and there to start the season, and then we start rolling. That's the game, man. It's the game as a North Carolina fan. You're not used to that by now? Yeah, they will win by margin. Listen, you can bet them to cover that 36, brother. I'm not. Anything else before we get up out of here, my guy?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to find an NHL play.
See, you made me give one, but now you don't want to?
All right. We'll do the home dog. Do you know why? Hockey's better when the Red Wings are good. So give me the Detroit Red Wings plus 130 home dogs against the Canes. Fuck Stormy. Fuck